And I said, park your car and come on up to my house. We'll plan a revolution. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How the devil are we this evening? I'm absolutely full of beans, I can't tell you today. I've been out sourcing today. I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on a lot of stock. And obviously, this is the best time of year to be buying things for the Q4 rush. I was having a conversation today about the possibility of just stopping sourcing on the 1st of December because I'm really not looking forward to the prospect of elbow shopping with Christmas shoppers and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a plan. It's a very well, actually, it sounds like quite a good plan. My standard shipping is 2 working days, my dispatch time on eBay, and I normally ship on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. But what I'm considering doing, the time that I save not going out sourcing, is cutting my shipping time to 1 working day or even same working day and just posting daily. I think that will increase sales. I mean, to be fair, I've got a fair bit of stock to run at for the Christmas period anyway. 35 people in already. I think that's sort of like a good live for me. I can't imagine a reason why there's so many people in the chat already. Right, let's say hello to some people. First in today was Andy. Looking forward to a great video, Dave. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. I hope you are keeping well. Rachel. How do we change the world? 1 random act of kindness at a time. If we're lucky enough to win the giveaway, we'll pay it forward. Very generous, Dave. That is a beautiful thing to say. Thank you very much. And I'm sure good things happen to people who have that mentality. I'm absolutely certain of it. Unfortunately, sometimes shitty things happen to them as well, but proportionately, you're on a winner. Congratulations on reaching 200 videos, and thank you for your generous content. Oh, thank you for supporting the channel, Leela. It is actually 278 videos on the channel. In fact, there's a lot more than that because I've got some like holiday ones that are hidden that nobody can get access to from way back before I started doing YouTube properly. But 78 of those videos are more bike related. If you go right back to the dawn of the channel, you'll see some interesting stuff and some proper cheesy presenting skills. Honestly, I have no idea what I was thinking. Anyway, everybody has to find the feet somehow. Who else we got? Good evening, Craig. How are you, sir? Paul Morris. Well done. Thanks for all your work. Thank you for supporting the channel, Paul. It's not true, Chris. I'm not a charmer at all. I'm just a cheeky monkey. Good evening, Super Tap Reseller, Sue Reseller, D Thomas. Evening all. Hope you're doing well. My mouse clicky thing's behaving today, and it normally really plays up on these lives. So you'll have to bear with me if there's loads of pregnant pauses. Because I'm full of beans and rather a copious amount of coffee, next hour is probably going to go past in about 3 minutes. I'm going to aim not to go over an hour, but it kind of depends on how you guys are feeling. If we're loving the live, if we're loving the banter, the interaction, then who knows what might happen. We'll play it by ear. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Limelight Vinci, AC Global, seeing some very familiar names. Good evening, Mr. Richard. How are you? Evenings. I think one of the downsides to doing lives and things like that is, particularly if they're on the regular, half the chat is obviously people saying hello to each other, which is fine, obviously, but it's from sort of like a presenting point of view, it makes comments harder to find. That sounded like a whinge, didn't it? I'm not being negative at all. Right, let's ask a question to the chat. We will get on to, in fact, let's have a bit of a teaser. I'll show you the box. Oh, jeez. This is what you can win. I've even branded it. Check out the branding. This is 13.5 kilos. And check that out, it's that full, it's actually bellying out at the top. It feels, I'm going to have to reweigh this, it feels heavier than 13.5 kilos. There is 2 caveats. The first caveat is it's only people from UK mainland. I'm only going to send it to UK mainland because I'm not as tight as a duck's chuff, but I'm not made of money equally. And the second caveat is I don't want to be tripping over this for weeks and weeks and weeks. So if it's not if nobody claims it, obviously the draw's tonight, but if nobody claims it by next Thursday at 7 p.m, we'll do it all again, and we'll just keep going like that until I get rid of the bloody box. So that's the 2 caveats. Nothing else. There's no other terms and conditions. There's no money off you. I'm going to post it for free. Don't want anything off you in return whatsoever. It'd be nice to know it gets to you okay. And yeah, it's a mystery, so I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but it's heavy. But I've got no faith at all in technology. So what I want to do once I got to the bottom of the chart is test the comment picker. So we're going to have a competition. So special announcement, hot off the press, there's actually going to be 3 winners tonight, not just 1. So the way I'm going to play it is I've never used this comment picker before. It's commentpicker.com. I just typed into Google comment picker just to obviously, so they're out there, these free services on the internet. So, and basically what you do is upload the YouTube video link, hit start after setting some basic settings, and it chooses a comment. But because I don't want it to cock up, I'm going to have a test run. The way I'm going to play it is, you got a lot of you guys will be familiar with the duck race already. Is I have a very small duck race. I'll come on to that in a minute anyway when I get back when I get to the bottom of the chat. I'm going to start breathing now. Good evening, Lynn. Oh no way! How the bloody hell did you do that? Have you been bungee jumping? I reckon it's horses. I hope you get better soon anyway, my lovely. I'm from Bolton. I was going to ask him, I hope you win, because then I can just bring it around. I can't fix this in any way, shape or form. It genuinely is random. In fact, I'll show you when we do both draws, I'll show you literally setting it all up. It's completely random. So there's about to be somebody who has a bit of a whinge about it, but there you go. Had a nightmare day today. My first product returned as a fake. Over 2,000 items sold. It does happen. Who's saying it's a fake though, Craig? Is it the buyer or is it somebody else? Have the edit sort of like evidence out? Because I've had people try that on me before when I don't sell fakes at all ever, or certainly not wittingly. I might have done once or twice without knowing in the early days, but it certainly wasn't a conscious thing. Yeah, sorry to hear that, mate. Slings and arrows. Slings and arrows. Streaky Retro. All right, mate. Love the videos. Hello, everyone. Good evening to you. Claire's in the house. An avid member of the ABL reselling community on YouTube, on Facebook even. Lots and lots of love going out for Lynn. What a sucky time of year to have something like that happen as well. Em's loving the branding. Yeah, I might do some stickers like that actually. It's just covering up a label that underneath it says "Made in Taiwan." It's nothing to do with what's actually in the box. It's just, in fact, it's a good quality box as well. All you resellers in the chat will appreciate this good quality box. Dave's big package, oh matron. Yes, everybody loves a big package. Malcolm, I like your videos. Will there be any boot sales for Christmas? They're getting fewer and further between now, Malcolm. In fact, I've got my video that's coming out, the actual 200th video that's coming out this Saturday at 5 o'clock. So obviously make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell and get a notification of that. It was filmed in September. It's a really good one as well. I finished editing it last night and uploading it. Instantly got a copyright strike, because that sometimes happens, which I've had overturned. It's a brilliant video, I think so anyway. But the last 2 weekends I've been out, I started filming. I did the intro and all that, the usual sort of like formula of the video, and I got to the actual boot sale, and I think the first one I picked up like one thing, and the second I picked up over two boot sales. It really wasn't worthwhile putting a video together at all. I mean, obviously you get the banter with the sellers and all that kind of stuff, but I like to try and put a bit of meat on the bones. I really don't want to turn out videos for the sake of turning out videos. I know people watch this channel for different reasons. Obviously, I think the vast majority of people who watch my videos is because they like the first person experience of going around a boot sale. Excuse me, not so long since I had my tea. But yeah, I mean, what I aim to do is try and provide as much value as I possibly can with my limited skills for all tastes of people who watch the videos. So anyway, the short answer to the question is there will be more boot sale videos, absolutely, definitely, but I don't think they're going to be as bells and whistles as the ones from, say, during the summer holidays when everything was manna from heaven. Is that your eBay sales thing in the background? It was, yeah. I set that up. Oh, we got a message as well. What have I sold? Okay, bit of live. I sold a mountain equipment gilet. Everything's a bloody waistcoat. It's not a gilet. I call them both. Yeah. Mountain equipment gilet picked up just recently. That's sold for £54 on offer. There we go. Lovely. Thank you for... You've got eagle ears. Eagle ears. 3 winners. Yes, indeedy. 3 winners. I'm going to shoot, because they've got 72 people in the chat now, which is, I think that's a record for me. So I'm only going to read the chat to get to the bottom so we can move on to the next bit and put some meat on the bones for you. Watching from Blackpool, so at least when I win the package, you won't have to go far. Rick, I might, if you win it, I might just drop it off. I'll go over to Blackpool, very regular. I've got a very good supplier in Fleetwood, actually, a very good supplier. That sounded really dodgy, that, didn't it? I meant of stock to sell online. Good evening, Ananya. Hope you're keeping well. How is the Northern Ireland this evening? Assuming you're still there. Hi, Sarah. New to reselling. Love your videos. Helped loads in the last few months. Thank you. Sarah, it's absolutely my pleasure. Talking to a friend of mine today, I was saying I'm a firm believer in a rising tide lifts all ships. So I love sharing my knowledge because people are reciprocal with it. I've learned so much from people that follow the channel, made some really good contacts, both on a personal level and a professional level, suppliers. So, and I genuinely think everybody benefits. So I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Right. Hello. Jenna, me and Rich Whiting watch you a lot, Dave. Rich Whiting, that name rings a bell. Learned so much. We're making a nice bit of dosh. 5 a.m. starts are a killer. 100%. Jenna, that never, ever gets easier, does it? Ever. I'm glad you're smashing it, though. All the boot sales are finished here on the East Coast, getting really twitchy now. Yeah, honestly, top tip. I know I've mentioned this on probably every single live that I've done, and Julie's just reminded me. Thank you very much. If you are struggling to find car boot sales and jumble trails and things like that, join on Facebook, join a group called Car Boot Sale Finder UK. It is an absolute wealth of knowledge. It's for people who love boot sales and the organizers. It's not for resellers, although it's a great resource for resellers. Get on there, and all you need to do is type in a comment, I'm looking for boot sales in such and such an area, and away you go. So there you go, top tip. Really, hey, good evening, Cole. I was just watching you before I started my live. Honestly, mate, if you grow another inch, you're gonna take the top of your head off on your shed. Mike and Francis. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Right, let's just do a big jump. Oh, I'm actually quite close to the bottom of the chat. Caroline, another ABL reselling Facebook group member, currently closed for applications at the minute. We call it the 500 Club. Only 500 members in the Facebook community because it's very, very friendly. Big groups on Facebook just get bitchy and clicky and horrible and hard to manage. 500 people, perfect, some really good. So if ever I post up, if ever any spots come out, become available on the ABL Reselling Facebook community group, I do post up on Instagram. So if you're not already, follow me on Instagram, ABL Reselling, and I'll put a notification on there when spots come available. It's that's a great resource as well because it's a collaboration of knowledge. There's brand spanking new resellers in the group, and there's people that are turning over a lot of money, and they've been doing eBay for years and years and years, and everybody's helping everybody. It's a brilliant community, so watch out for that. Right, and we are at the bottom of the chat. Right, so this is what I want to do. Let me just minimize that screen for a minute. I'm going to put a link in the comments because let's explain it first. I should have scripted this out better. I just wing these lives and hope for the best. So we're going to have a duck race, and what I'm going to do to test the comment picker is use it twice. So 2 people are going to enter this duck race, but there's going to be 3 places on the duck race. And if all goes to plan, and it should do because I've tested it about 5 times today, but obviously when you go live, sometimes it's a different thing. So what I'm going to do is, of the 2 people I generate from the comments on the video that you all know about, the giveaway video, first prize is going to be £25, and I've just put it in your bank account or PayPal it or whatever. Second prize is going to be these, which look weird. They look like tat. You can keep one and give one away, but when you're at a boot sale, I know that some people who sell fragile items and things like that, I never know what's uranium glass and what's not, and I know there's value in uranium glass. So these are little portable black lights, so you can test. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. But the third place that's not going to be from the random comments is going to be the Royal British Legion. So I'm going to put a link in the comments. If anybody wants to support the Royal British Legion's Poppy Appeal, that's the link where you can go over and donate a couple of quid. If you can, that's amazing. Obviously, it's Remembrance Day. It's the 11th, Remembrance Day this Saturday. So if you can support the Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal, it would, and I know, well, there's friends of mine, there's ex-servicemen that will benefit directly from the Royal British Legion support. And I can't tell you, of all the military charities, that is absolutely the number one, the pinnacle of support for ex-servicemen. So if you can help, do. So the third place and the duck race is going to go to Poppy. If Poppy the Duck wins, I will personally donate £50 to the Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal, and I'll evidence that out by posting up on my socials and that kind of thing, so you can see I've done it. Right, without further ado, let's get into it. So this is where we separate the men from the boys. So I'm going to add that. So this is a random comment picker, commentpicker.com. Let's get rid of that. Let's go and get the video link. That'll be handy. No, that's duck race. I'm not paying for this, by the way, so there's only 200 comments. Oh, here we go. Right, so I'm putting the video link in there. Filter duplicate users. I've noticed that when I tried to do this before, on the actual video, there's something like 180 odd comments, but there's a lot less than that aren't duplicates. So some cheeky monkeys are obviously putting more than one comment on, so they can see if they can increase the chances. Okay, number of winners 1. Show random names on the animation. We're going to set it for 3 seconds. I'll set the main one later to longer. So 3 seconds. I'm not a robot. 7 plus 7. Simple enough. Let's expand that screen. Right, okay, so we're going to do this twice. So the first name is going to be, come on, start anytime now. Why isn't it starting? Please enter the first YouTube. Put the link in. It's there. See what I mean? When you do things live, it often goes Pete Tong. Number of winners. I've done all that, right? 7 plus 7 is 14. Yep. Go to, there we go. Go to YouTube comments. Get YouTube comments even. Why isn't this working? Oh, maybe you can only use it so many times during the day. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Sorry, something went wrong. Oh my word, this is just ridiculous. Right, let's refresh that page. Let's try again, shall we? Video link. Filter duplicates. Number of winners 1, duration 3 seconds. Let's do 6. Get YouTube comments. That's more like it. 153 comments. Okay, we should only need to do that on this occasion, that once. Right, so, okay, here we go. So the first name out of the hat is Mike and Francis. Why did I just click on that? So congratulations, Mike and Francis. Mike and Francis. Okay. And further down, you should be able, there we go, pick another winner. And the second duck is going to Jana. Jana Bakova. So I've just put Mike and Francis. Okay. So the second part of this is actually entering the names into the duck race. So first and foremost, because she's the most important, we're going to put the Poppy duck in, and Mike and Francis, and Jana. Okay, done. I'll set it for 1 minute 30 because otherwise, any longer than that, it'll just take forever. And even now, hang on a sec. I'm losing my voice. Right, set. Here we go. So, who's going to win? This is the thing. Are we ready? Let's get set. And we're off. Jana's taken an early lead, Mike and Francis. Typically, with duck races, when I've been involved with them in the past, the naked ducks do a lot better than anyone else. But I've got to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm rooting for Poppy. So let's hope Mike and Francis and Jana sink it somewhere along the course. See, we're only like nearly 30 seconds in and I'm running out of waffle to say. So we've a few more people joined. We're up to 78 people now in the chat. So everybody's saying well done to Mike and Francis and Jana, but they haven't won anything yet. They're just involved. Like I said, first prize, whoever comes first, if it isn't Poppy, will win £25 or put into your bank account, which will need to be claimed within the next week. And second prize, I'll just stick these in the post here, which is very, very handy when you're at the boot sale. 36 seconds to go, and it's an even stretch across the field. Poppy's been very, very consistent in this race. Mike and Francis is just like Jana's still out in the lead, only by a beat though. Like I say, the naked ducks often do very, very well in these races, but I've got a sneaking suspicion Poppy may make a last-ditch attempt for the line. I've got everything crossed for Poppy. Come on, get in there, come on, you can do it. Come on, girl, get in there, dig deep. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, 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 come on. Yes, get in. Smashed it. Again, this is not something I can. I'm so chuffed. I'm absolutely buzzing about that. No offense, my friends, to Janet, but like I say, it's something that's dear to my heart in ex-forces. So well done, Pop, the dinosaur duck. Brilliant. Really chuffed about that. Like I say, guys, I'll donate £50 online. Oh, let's stop that quacking. I'll donate £50 and evidence that on my socials so you can all see I've done it. How exciting was that? I knew there was going to be teething problems with this random picker as well. So anyway, that's how it works. It's going to be a little bit less exciting next time because we're literally just going to hit the random comment selector once and whoever takes it, takes it. Now, typically with things like this, because there's a lot of links in the chain. Obviously, we've got to do this bit. We've got to announce it. The person that's won isn't necessarily watching now, so I've got to advertise the winner on my socials so they have the chance to get in touch. And if they don't by next Thursday, we'll do it all again so I can get rid of this bloody box. Right, let's catch up on the comments. Everybody's saying well done to them taking part. No, honestly, obviously it's very exciting being involved, kind of thing. But I'm very, very chuffed. Have a go. If you've got any kind of arguments to settle, rather than toss a coin, go onto the duck race game. Just type it into Google, duck race game, and it's a lot of fun anyway to choose the outcome of things. Okay, let's get some comments up. I'm tutting a lot with my teeth. You can tell I'm actually nervous. I don't know why. I left Julie's comment on the screen. Oh, here we go. I think that's where we're up to. How long have you been reselling? I've been reselling since the end of 2017, but since then up until Easter of 2020, it was all part-time. I was working a full-time job and that was killing me. So reselling, and I could see very early on that there was the potential to grow reselling into a business that not only would pay me a wage, but that would do really, really well. So I could see the very early indications of that. I think the time of year I started as well, so like it's mid to late November, was a great example of that, because I was fortunate in being able to source a lot of stock and absolutely smashed it for the rest of the year up until Christmas. And I thought, aye, ears pricked up, and then the rest is history, so to speak. So there's that comment. I know it's a bit long-winded there, kind of thing. You can actually click it on the comment section if you wish to head over to the Royal British Legion site and make a donation. That'd be absolutely amazing. If you want me to big you up for doing it, then I'm happy to do that, or whether it's a couple of quid or 500 quid, don't care. I think you're amazing if you do that. Or alternatively, if you can't be bothered clicking on it, just type in Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal in Google. Make sure you go to the right place though. Obviously, we want the money to go to the official site and not some Mickey Mouse site, whatever. Julie, I work at Tesco Tills and we support all our local ex-servicemen. Thank them for their service. Brilliant, Julie. That's amazing. I know a lot of the big supermarkets do. They're betting raising funds for the Poppy Appeal and that. Anna's in. I love your videos. Thank you very much, Anna. Okay. Are these the comments? I can't see where to comment. The comments for the... No, I suppose you could technically still make a comment, because when I refresh that, you can comment on the video. If you have a look at the ABLreselling channel, it's like a really, you can't put thumbnails on shorts. It's a short video, so it's like me doing a grimace or something like that on the thing. It's literally called giveaway 9th of November 2023 or something like that. There's still time, if you haven't already, to put a comment in. Please don't let it go over 200 comments, or else we're in the shit. It's irrelevant if you put one comment and another 1,000, because only one comment counts, and we've got a way of filtering out duplicates so people don't have unfair advantage. Good evening, Ross. Only noticed you just in the chat there. I removed my duplicate comment, to be fair. It doesn't matter either way, to be fair, Ross, because we can filter it out. No, fair dues. Appreciate your thought. Patience, Sensei. Absolutely. Patience gets you there. I'm going back to my previous comment that's on your question. Patience is absolutely the biggest tool that you've got in your toolbox as far as reselling goes. For 2 years, I was flogging myself half to death trying to make it work, and working a full-time job, like 50 to 70 hours a week some weeks. Just absolute madness. But like I say, if you're determined enough to do it, then you're going to get there eventually. Very close at the end. My word, I'm really behind on this. How far behind am I on the chat? Dave Briggs, watching my 11-year-old daughter Sophie say hi. Absolutely. Good evening, Sophie. Hope you're keeping well. I think Dad is about ready for a brew, if you want to crack on with that. Where do you keep all your stock? Is it in your house? Is your house overrun? No, it used to be, though. I used to, in fact, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago now, I had a bit of a nostalgic thing going on, and I reposted the first reselling video I ever did. And there's a part of sort of like a bit of B-roll in there where I showed you exactly where all my stock was, and all my workspace and all my photography space. Everything was in a box room at the back of the house, and there was the size of about 4 shoe boxes square in the middle of the room to stand. So that's where it all started from. And then I moved everything into another room, all my stock, and had the office separate. And now I have a storage container, which is, I think I pay £135 a month for the storage container, and it's worth every penny just to have stuff out of the house and have space, have head space as well as physical space. So that one. What's the best result you've had this week selling an item, buying price versus selling price? What would that have been? I've had some absolute stonkers of sales. In fact, since the 1st of October, my sales have been on fire. Absolutely on fire. I'm something like, in fact, I was talking to eBay earlier. eBay phoned me earlier today asking me about if I'd be interested in keeping on with the motor parts promotion they've got on at the minute. All business sellers will have seen this promotion. You've got a discount on fees for motor products until the 31st of December. Now, they wanted to get some feedback from established business sellers to see if it was feasible, if we'd be interested to keep that offer going permanently. So that's what they wanted to. Anyway, talk to them about my performance as well, because you never miss an opportunity to talk to an eBay rep. And I'm something like 37% up compared to the last year at this time period. So that's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, that's not really an answer to your question, is it? Nothing springing to mind. I've had some higher value sales before. I've had a few sales over sort of like the £150 to £200 mark, and some over 250, but I've paid quite a bit for them. So like a £100 into £250, for example. Nothing springing to mind though about anything manna from heavenish. It'll come to me. Hope you have all your parcels wrapped for the morning. Doing mine right now. Love Q4. Absolutely. I do mine in the morning, and I'll get up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, head up the unit, pick my orders and get them packed. Smashing. 200 videos, Dave. You take so much work. They've Great watches and YouTube, Insta is quicker on my limited time. 100%. If you ever want to be if you ever have a passion to be a content creator, then I just say do it, because you find your feet as you go. And it's like everything. If you keep at something, you just get better at it over time. I'm nowhere near where I'd like to be as far as providing value is concerned with my channel, but it's certainly a lot better than it was this time 2 years ago. Well, I hope so. That's a matter of opinion, obviously, but but yeah, just keep at it. I've got my I purposely only produce one video a week, because any more than that would be way too time consuming. I do it all myself as well. I don't outsource anything like that. And I'm spending at least one evening a week editing the video. There we go. I'll donate all sales this weekend for the Popular Pure. Michelle, that is absolutely amazing. You absolute legend. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Hi, Dave. After seeing your recent achievement of 90-day total, have you registered for VAT? If you don't want to reply, I understand. Just wondering how you found it. If so, I don't mind answering at all, Dan. It was more luck than judgment. Well, no, actually, it wasn't more luck than judgment. I knew that at some point this year, I would be steaming towards the VAT threshold. So for tax efficiency purposes, I transitioned to a limited company. So when you transition to a limited company, the limited company has its own VAT threshold. So I'm not an accountant, so this isn't advice. But what I did was I sold all my stock to the limited company. So from my self-employed side of life, that was an income for that, and it was a debit for the limited company. But because I have no self-employed sales now, and I haven't had since March, that stopped that accrual of the VAT threshold, and the limited company started to accrue that allowance. Allowance? That's not even a word. That allowance. So I'm not a million miles away, and it's a conversation that I'm going to have over the next month with my accountant for sure. I'm not frightened about it anymore, though. It used to terrify me going over that threshold, but I'm just not anymore. And it's purely and simply because I've got an accountant on board. When I was self-employed, it's really, really, well, say really simple. Compared to a limited company, and especially a VAT registered company, self-employed bookkeeping is quite simple, really. So I did it all myself with software and all that kind of stuff. But having the accountant fight my corner is just, it's taken so much pressure and weight off and worry, because I can concentrate on the bits of the business I'm good at. And obviously there's a few bits and pieces I have to do to give them information, but they do all of it all. My conversation with them was, I want you to do everything so I can concentrate on what I'm good at and grow the business. And that's what I pay them to do. So that's what they do. That was a really long-winded answer to the question, wasn't it? Limelight Vinty, what proportion of your sales are eBay and what are Amazon? At the minute, I would say I put a lot of effort into Amazon lately. So I would say probably about 85-15 in eBay's favor. I would like that to be, by this time next year, I would like that to be the opposite way around, because Amazon is so much more automated. And if anybody's been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I'm trippy tits about time and time management. So not because, well, not for any other reason, is I don't want to have to work as hard as I've been doing all my life. I just want to spend as little time as possible earning the same amount of money. I'm not really interested in being rich. I just want time. Evening, Josh. Hope you are well also, sir. Sophie, how are you, my lovely? Reassured me a bit there, Dave, saying you are still working full-time job after 2 years. I'm coming up for 2 years now. I'm still grinding. Just keep at it, Sophie. Honestly, it'll come. And even when even when I did it, I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I had it in my head that I wanted 6 months worth of mortgage and bill payments. I wanted to be able to be in a position where, worst case scenario, for illness or whatever, I had to stop working for a couple of months, but everything was covered. I wasn't going to lose my house, all that kind of stuff. That wasn't the case when I jumped ship. In fact, it was really, really far away from that being the case. And I was shitting my pants. But I've never looked back, never looked back. And I can't imagine a scenario where I would go and work for somebody else now. Keep at it. Keep at it. Dave, are you enjoying the Amazon reselling over eBay with those big hitters you've been having this week? Do you know what? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. They are very different beasts. Very, very different beasts, eBay and Amazon. Probably the best way to answer that question is to tell you what my goal is. My goal is to have Amazon take care of the lion's share of my business, so it's supremely automated, and have eBay as just another string to the bow that obviously it'll always earn, but more for philanthropic reasons. The biggest reason I do YouTube videos is because I absolutely adore the fact that something I say, just some snippet of insignificant information, might be information that somebody else doesn't know, and it really helps them to do something, achieve something. I really get off on that. And what I would like to do longer term is run eBay just for more philanthropic purposes, to sort of like lift other people up, because that's just my thing. I don't say that to be braggy or anything like that. It's just what floats my boat. Claire's done the parcels before the live. Super efficient, Claire. I didn't doubt that for a second. Aquascutum, 3638. Prince of Wales label, code 750, charity shop, sold for 185. Boom, back in the net, Rich. Well done, mate. Best so far. Maybe undersold, but I was happy. Yeah, how can you not be happy with that? I wouldn't even give it a second thought if you undersold it or not. What are we on now? We're on 42 minutes. Just give me a second. My throat's dry as now. One big margin. I bought Dyson DC08 floor vacuum, all accessories for £5 at a jumble trail. Sold today to France on GSP, £98. Okay, let's just take a minute here to appreciate how wonderful GSP is. I don't think there's any. In fact, if there's anybody in the comments who doesn't like GSP, let yourself be known. It is just the most marvelous thing about eBay. Parcel force are picking it up tomorrow. Back of the net. Don't even have to get out of the house. Ross, by the way, are you going to Reseller Live next year? Be good to have a pint with you again, mate. I signed up for the storage container today too. I've only just started back selling, so hopefully I'll cover the cost. Yeah, just keep plugging at it. Do you know what, D. Thomas? Even if I didn't need the space, even if I had more than enough space at home to house my business, whether it be garage or whatever, then I probably still would do it, you know, because just having, it's sort of like a psychological thing, just having the stock away from home. I'll just anecdotally, we're going back maybe 3 years now, 2 or 3 years. My brother stayed with me for a couple of months, a few months, whatever it was, a few months, and because of the space that he needed to move in, while he needed to move in, all my packing desk and photography desk I had to put in my room, my bedroom, because I had nowhere else to put it. And honestly, I was literally sleeping where I was working. It drove me to distraction. So ever since that, the more, some stuff I have to do at home, there's no escaping it, but the more stuff I can get out of the house, the more headspace it frees up. And I can't tell you that you can never undervalue that kind of stuff. Saw something like that before, Ross. Never again. Nearly at the bottom of the comments, or are we? Have you found any more Hawaiian guitars on your travels after those bought on, mate? Who knew they'd be winners? I didn't know. I didn't know. That's in fact, Josh, That video is coming out this weekend. That's the one I'm on about. It's just brilliant. So what Josh is on about is I found some lap steel guitars. I had no idea what a lap steel guitar was, but they looked interesting and quirky. Had a bit of banter with the old couple who were selling them. Anyway, I think I picked them up first. It was £72.50. Sorry, £72.45 because we were just having a banter as you do with people. Sorry, my mind's just gone off on a tangent there. These lap steel guitars, I think I sold it for 270 quid, something like that. Anyway, watch your Saturday's video and you'll put me more meat on the bones. But yeah, lap steel guitars, who knew? But that is my biggest thing about reselling, buying from boot sales, is learning something I didn't already know. It's great. It really feeds that that buzz you get when you find treasure, essentially. I just love that. I love it. Hey, another ABL community member. The benefit of working from home and sitting on a dull conference, wrapping and packing last night's orders. Just have to say, yes, good idea. Once in a while, yeah, that's it. The thing is, though, I mean, the trick is to have a coffee cup and blow on it every now and again, just to so people think you brew's hot and that there's no whiskey in it whatsoever. There's no whiskey in that. Agreed, Dave. Having an accountant do his part-time job as taxable benefits, so get very complex. Just had my tax return last year. Didn't have as much to pay out as possible. Yeah, that's the benefits of having an accountant. You when early days, it is relatively simple to do it yourself, and HMRC are actually there to help you out. But it's deciding for yourself when that trip over from, if you started to doing more significant numbers, the benefits, the tax efficiency benefits of having an accountant on board as opposed to doing your own books with software. So you can decide that for yourself, kind of thing. But yeah, they're certainly very useful people to know. Good evening, Kath. Where the hell have you been? Where the hell have you been? Hope you're well, lovely. Accountant knowledge. Never be afraid to embrace the uncomfortable. You've met my first wife. It'll help in the learning curve. 100%, Julie. 100%. You've got to be brave at times. You've got to be brave. That's got to be tended by common sense as well. But sometimes just scare yourself. Just scare yourself. It's exhilarating. Evening, Chrissy. The one and only rummage around, Kieran in the house. Right, let's skip to the bottom because I know everybody. I've just teased this for so long now. This box. Shall I show you the box again with the branding on it? Because for people who are late to the show, so this is the box. 13.5 kilos. In fact, it's so stuffed, it's bellying at the top, and it's even got some ABL branding on the box as well, so you'll know when it arrives. If you're within a reasonable distance, I'll deliver it personally. Hopefully somebody is, hopefully the winner's within reasonable distance. The two caveats that we'll mention again, excuse me a minute, because of people just joining. One, I'm only going to send it to UK mainland addresses because I'm not tight, but I'm not made of money either. And the other thing is I want it to go. So whoever the winner is, or they might not necessarily be in the chat tonight watching this live. So I will announce it on the channel, on all my socials, who the winner is. And if that isn't claimed by 7 p.m. next Thursday, we'll do another live and do the draw again from the same video. So the same people have a chance. And we'll just keep doing that until somebody claims it. I think that's the only fair way to do it. And it actually go. Right, let's jump some I'm at the bottom of the charts. Worth doing at that margin. Yeah, missed that comment. Love the big mug. Yeah, absolutely. It's a substantial mug, that as well. Do. Okay. Say something, Dave. People are getting bored. Appreciate the response, Dave. I've become VAT registered this November. Not much change apart from now owing the government another percentage of my earnings. Only way to grow, though. Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, Dan, your accountant will advise you on the best practices there for being as efficient as possible. But yeah, I always wanted for the longest time, to just avoid going over the VAT threshold and just concentrate on margin and grow the business that way, because I just didn't want what I perceived as hassle. I didn't want to, in my mind was telling me to go over the VAT threshold enough to make it worthwhile. I would need to take staff on, which is absolutely the last thing I want to do. I just don't want staff. I've been down that road before a long time ago. Never again. So much hassle. But the more I learn, and obviously having my accountants specialize in reseller businesses, so they've really got my back, and they just take all the work off me, and I can concentrate on the bit I was worried about, i.e. smashing it over the VAT threshold. It was good to meet you when you were on holiday in Blackpool in September at Norcross, Scarborough. Oh yeah, I remember. I hope you had a good day up there. I meet some really nice people when I'm out and about. Okay, last couple of comments. Jenna. Oh, you are in the chat, Jenna. Or is it Jana? I'm mixing the two up. Anyway, I bought a Canon AV1 SLR film camera for £4, sold it for £80. Back of the net. Nice work. Right place at the right time. I was like a kid in a candy shop. I bought 2 cameras that day and made £235. Nice. Absolutely sweet as. See, that's the thing. I mean, you can go to a really quiet boot sale with very few sellers on, and it'd be shitty weather, and it can just be a wrong day. And then that one seller will be selling a £200 camera for a £5, and it'll just send you in with a smile on your face, and it will have been worthwhile going. But unless you turn up, you never, ever know. Right, last comment, and we'll do this draw. What accountant do you use, Dave? My accountant's called Boffix. They're based in, they're a London-based company, but the offices that I use are in Derby. So Boffix, Boffix. You can find them online. Like I say, they specialise in reseller businesses. In fact, the main guys, the main accountants, they have a team, obviously, of bookkeepers and blah, blah, blah. But their main accountants are resellers themselves, so they get what you're talking about. Been boots out begin. Just popped on, been busy. No bother at all. Boffix, that's the one. Yeah, they're my accountants. There's a lot. You probably won't be surprised that a lot of people you may have seen on YouTube and whatnot use Boffix as well. And also the other one is Osome, OSOME, which I've just recently partnered with, actually. So if you go on my recent videos, there's like discount codes and stuff like that for accountancy packages and company formation, bank accounts, this, that, and the other. So have a look at that if you want to shop around. Right, let's get this draw done, shall we? Let's get this draw done. Hopefully it won't be as problematic as the duck race. No duck race this time, unfortunately. If we do this again next week, I might do a duck race. But hopefully, in the meantime, somebody will have claimed it. Right, share screen. Where are we going to? Random comment picker. Random comment picker on screen. Let's refresh that page. So I'm going to have to copy the video link again. Like I say, talk amongst yourselves for a second. Copy the link. We're going to, where's the pasty link bit? Oh, I missed it. Right, let's try again. Random comment picker. Don't want to do any of that. Here we are. Paste the link in there. Filter duplicate comments so the cheeky monkeys don't get an unfair advantage. Number of winners 1. Right, so just to increase the tension, we're going to increase it to 8 seconds. I know, yeah. It's like, I bet you didn't think you'd be this excited on a Thursday evening, did you? I solve this 11 because I'm not a robot. Get YouTube comments. Let's see if it's changed. 160. Got one more comment, I think, if memory serves, than we did have. So somebody's a unique commenter has commented. Let's make that screen bigger. Are we ready? I'm going to get that. Oh. Right, let's see if I can make the screen bigger. Sorry about this. Just let's get some more bang for the buck. Ah, there we go. Let's get it all in view. Didn't know you could do that. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it going to be? This is so exciting. You might see your own names flash up as they go past, completely at random, like I say. For the big box, it's going to be Phoebe Kirkland. Has Phoebe got a YouTube channel? She has, but nothing on it by the looks of it. No problem at all. You didn't have to. That wasn't in the rules. So Phoebe, well done. Please, what's a comment? Love watching your videos. Congrats. Thank you very much indeed for supporting the channel, Phoebe. That's absolutely amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Phoebe, if you go to the description of this video, you'll see my email address. Just shoot me your details on the email address. Please, please, please live mainland UK. And if you lived in Chorley, so I could just nip round with the box, that'd be great. It'll save me a few stands. But yeah. If you live in the UK, then I'll send it off to you. No problem at all. If you don't as well, just let me know, and then we'll just do it again next week. Or if you don't claim it, you might not even be watching, Phoebe. Has anybody seen a Phoebe in the chat? No, not seeing a Phoebe in the chat. Okay, let's catch up on the comments. See, all the watchers of this video is just going to drop off a cliff now. Good evening, Chris. I've just seen you pop up. Cookie in the Hayden's fame. Subscribe to Cookie in the Hayden's channel. It's just the best channel ever. Everybody's saying congratulations to Phoebe. So yeah, just a quick flash. This is what you could have won if you took part. Is this big box with my face on it? It's not because I'm big-headed. It's just because it made me smile doing it. And I was covering up the Made in Thailand stickers that are already on the box. Good quality box, that, by the way. You'll appreciate that box. I'm off-rigged. I think I've only ever won one of your 500,000 duck races once, Chris. So are you still going to the charity shops much, Dave? I was at charity shops today, James. Yeah, I only picked up a couple of bits. In fact, a nice two-piece race suit, actually. So, yeah, not. I am probably going to be doing more charity shops at this time of year. I did wrong country last week. It sucked for me. Really sucked. I picked up a pair of boots and then came home. Right, lovely people. How about that for just perfect timing? 59 minutes we've been doing this live. So I think we're going to wrap it up there, and I'm going to finish this brew that's over an hour old now. Congratulations. It's Ethan, Dave. Congratulations again to Phoebe Kirkland for winning the main prize. And the second place, I believe, in the duck race was Mike and Francis. But anyway, I'll tell you what, fair's fair. There's two of these things. So Jana And Mike and Francis, if you both send me an email, like I say, email address is in the comments of this video. If you both send me your details, I'll just send you one each. They're really, really useful things to have. Black lights, so you can test in real time what's what do they call it, uranium glass and what's not. So I know it's a little daft thing, but yeah, send me your address. I'll send it out to you in the post. Everybody's saying tra tra tra. Just like Trot Dave, she's UK based, down south. Bugger. No bother, no bother. I'm sure she'll be in touch, but like I say, if she hasn't claimed it by 7 o'clock next Thursday, we'll just do it again. Last comment before we sign off. Cheers, Dave. Hopefully bump into you again soon. Oh, good luck this weekend. Absolutely. 5 o'clock this Saturday, my 200th video is going live, and it's a good one. I know that the recent ones have been, you can see the decline of the boot sale season, so they've not been as big a hauls or anything like this. But this one that's coming out on Saturday for the 200th is from mid-September, and it's a good one. So hopefully you'll give it a watch. Thanks very much indeed for watching, guys. Thanks for spending the evening with me, and I love you and leave you. Have a smashing weekend, a absolutely stupendous Q4, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.